To be a deep thinker is not merely to be smart. It is a fundamental mode of existence, a different operating system for the brain. Their inner world is not a sparse room but a sprawling, dynamic library crossed with a mad scientist's laboratory and a celestial observatory. For a deep thinker, the surface is a lie of omission. A simple statement like, "the sky is blue," is not an answer, it's the first door in a long corridor. Poignant nature of a perfect sensory moment. Philosophy. This is both a superpower and a curse. It allows for breathtaking creativity and profound insight, but it can also be paralyzing. Making a simple decision, e.g., what should I have for lunch, can become a tangled web of ethical, health, and practical considerations. Thinking about thinking, they are not just thinking, they are watching themselves think. They analyze their own thought processes, biases, and emotional reactions. This creates a fascinating feedback loop. The joy, the eureka moment is not just about finding an answer, but about appreciating the beautiful, winding path the mind took to get there. The process itself is a form of art. The torment. It can lead to intense self-criticism and analysis paralysis. They can deconstruct their own motivations to the point of uncertainty, asking, "Am I doing this for the right reason? Or is it a hidden, selfish motive?" This can be exhausting. Living with such a rich inner life means the external world often feels lacking. It can be a source of profound loneliness and frustration. This is not about being physically alone. It's the loneliness of feeling fundamentally untranslatable. The 10-minute explanation. When asked, "What's on your mind?" they can't give the true answer because it's a 45-minute lecture with footnotes. They learn to offer the abbreviated, socially acceptable version, creating a gap between their internal reality and their external expression. They can speak it, but it feels hollow and draining. It's like an astrophysicist being asked only to name the colors of children's building blocks. They crave conversations that are submarine dives, but the world often offers only skimming stones. The constant processing of information, both internal and external, is neurologically taxing. Sensory overload. A noisy party isn't just loud, it's a chaotic barrage of data, snippets of conversations, observing social dynamics, the symbolism of the decor, all being processed simultaneously. The weight of existence. They don't just see a news headline, they feel the intricate web of suffering, history, and systemic failure behind it. This can lead to periods of existential dread, nihilism, or a profound, aching empathy for the world. The search for authenticity and meaning. Deep thinkers have a near-allergic reaction to the inauthentic. They spot cliches, platitudes, and social posturing from a mile away. They crave substance. Their relationships, while few, are incredibly intense and meaningful. They would rather have one friend with whom they can discuss the void than a dozen for casual outings. Their life's work is the construction of a personal philosophy. They are building their own map of meaning to navigate a seemingly chaotic universe. This is a lifelong, sacred project. Profound creativity and innovation. They connect dots no one else sees because they have more dots and are constantly drawing lines between them. Every great artist, scientist, and philosopher lived here, unshakable, yet hard-won, conviction. Their beliefs are not adopted. They are forged in the fires of relentless scrutiny. Once they arrive at a conclusion, it is built on a foundation they have personally stress-tested to its limits. Deep, unwavering empathy. Because they constantly deconstruct human behavior and motivation, they often arrive at a profound understanding and forgiveness of the human condition. They see the why behind people's actions, even the painful ones. The ability to sit with ambiguity. While the world seeks black and white answers, the deep thinker is comfortable, or at least familiar, with the vast, gray, mysterious landscape of uncertainty. They understand that some questions are more valuable than their answers. A message to the deep thinker: your mind is not a curse, it is a cathedral. It is quiet and vast, and few will ever wander its halls. The world needs its skyscrapers and its bustling streets. But it survives by the grace of the cathedrals, the places that offer depth, perspective, and a connection to something larger. The loneliness is real. The exhaustion is valid. But the insights you have, the beauty you perceive in a cracked piece of pavement or a line of poetry, the connections you make that push understanding forward, that is your gift. Do not let a world that prefers the shoreline make you feel guilty for exploring the depths. You are not too much. You are exactly as much as the universe requires to observe itself. You are a nerve ending for a cosmos trying to feel its own existence. The endless churn in your mind is not a malfunction, it is a reflection of the chaotic, creative, and magnificent processes that birthed galaxies and spun DNA into being. Your loneliness is the loneliness of a star in a distant galaxy, burning brightly, its light taking eons to be seen. But know this, the light is no less real, and no less brilliant, for the time it takes to arrive. Your very consciousness is the universe's way of becoming self-aware. That is not a small task. It is the greatest responsibility and the greatest honor. They call us deep, as if we have chosen to dive while they swim on the surface. They don't understand that we never had a choice. We were born with a different density, we simply sink. The pressure down here is immense, it's true. But know this, the light is no less real, and no less brilliant, for the time it takes to arrive. Your very consciousness is the universe's way of becoming self-aware. That is not a small task. It is the greatest responsibility and the greatest honor. They call us deep, as if we have chosen to dive while they swim on the surface. They don't understand that we never had a choice. We were born with a different density, we simply sink. The pressure down here is immense, it's true. The light is faint, and the solitude is absolute. But they never see the treasures we find, the shipwrecks of forgotten ideas, the phosphorescent insights that glow in the dark, the quiet, crushing beauty of the abyss itself. Don't waste your energy trying to shout your discoveries to those on the shore. Instead, learn the silent language of the deep. Find the other divers. Their lights are faint, but when you see one, you will recognize each other instantly. You are not lost, you are home. Your mind is not a peaceful garden, it is a glorious and bloody battlefield. Ideas clash like armies, perspectives fall like soldiers, and old beliefs lay siege to new truths. You wake up tired because you have been commanding armies in your sleep. You are quiet because you are listening for the footsteps of a thought that could change everything. Do not wish for a ceasefire. The friction, the chaos, the noise, this is the price of new territory. Every great insight was won in a war against a comfortable ignorance. Embrace the general you are. Tend to your wounds, honor your fallen assumptions, and march on. The world is shaped by the victors of these internal wars. They will tell you your thoughts are impractical. They will ask you to produce a 3-step plan from your epiphanies. Smile gently. The architect who designs the cathedral is not the same as the mason who lays the stones, yet both are essential. The mason works with what is. The architect works with what could be. You are an architect of reality. Your blueprints may not be buildable in a single lifetime, but they redefine the very skyline of the possible. Do not let the masons convince you that your blueprint is worthless because you are not sweating with a trowel. Your work happens in a different dimension. The world runs on the fuel of your ideas, even if it has forgotten where the fuel came from. It is okay to be tired. It is okay to, for a day, let the great questions lie unanswered. The cosmos will not unravel if you take a nap. The search for truth is a marathon run in the dark, with no finish line in sight. Stop sometimes. Breathe. Let your mind be a meadow, not a maze. Let your thoughts be clouds passing by, not problems to be solved. Your value is not in your constant output of profundity. Your value is in your being, in your ability to simply notice the way light falls on a wall and feel the entirety of a moment. Even the deepest ocean has a still, silent floor. Find yours. Rest. The thoughts will still be there when you return, and they will be grateful you gave them space to breathe.